shot up one of Remo's bars. Here's a fucking guy killed.
Martin Scorsese's Casino 1995 is one of the most gripping crime dramas ever made, exposing the glitz, corruption, and violence of Las Vegas in the 1970s. But behind its neon lights and mobsters, the film's production was filled with bizarre stories, shocking details, and hidden facts that most fans never knew. From battles with the real FBI to dangerous on-set accidents, Casino is as wild off-screen as it is on. Today, we're diving into weird facts about Casino that prove truth can be just as strange as fiction. It was based on real mob history. Although Casino feels like pure Hollywood fiction, it's actually rooted in real events. The film is based on the book Casino, Love and Honor in Las Vegas by Nicholas Pileggi, which chronicles the true story of mobster Frank Rosenthal and his control over Vegas casinos. Robert De Niro's Sam Ace Rothstein is based on Rosenthal, while Joe Pesci's Nicky Santoro mirrors mob enforcer Tony Spilotro. Even Sharon Stone's Ginger was inspired by Rosenthal's real wife, Jerry. The strange part? Many of the real people were still alive when the film came out, making it dangerously close to reality. The FBI accidentally photobombed a scene. During one outdoor scene in Las Vegas, Scorsese filmed Robert De Niro without realizing FBI agents were tailing the production. At the time, the FBI was genuinely monitoring mob activity in Vegas and happened to be recording from nearby cars. When Scorsese later reviewed the footage, he noticed the real FBI surveillance van in the background. Instead of reshooting, he left it in the movie. This unplanned cameo made the film even more authentic, blending real-life law enforcement surveillance with Scorsese's fictionalized story of mobsters under constant watch. Robert De Niro wore over 70 different outfits. De Niro's character, Sam Rothstein, is known for his flashy style, and the costume department took that reputation seriously. In total, De Niro wore more than 70 different suits and outfits throughout the film, making it one of the most wardrobe-heavy performances in cinema history. Each look was carefully chosen to reflect the rise and fall of Rothstein's empire. From brightly colored jackets to custom-tailored ties, his clothing almost becomes its own character. The sheer number of costume changes helps cement the film's authenticity in capturing 1970s Las Vegas excess. Sharon Stone's dresses were dangerous. Sharon Stone's Ginger dazzled in glittering gowns, but some of them were literally dangerous. Several of her costumes were made of glass beads that weighed over 40 pounds, making them difficult to wear. One dress was so fragile that it shattered during filming, cutting Stone's skin. The wardrobe department even had to sew her into certain outfits because they were too delicate for zippers. Stone's dedication to wearing the uncomfortable gowns paid off, as her performance earned her an Academy Award nomination and gave the movie its unforgettable sense of glamour and danger. Joe Pesci's character was too real. Joe Pesci's Nicky Santoro was based closely on real-life mob enforcer Tony Spilotro, a ruthless gangster infamous for his brutality. When the movie came out, many in Las Vegas immediately recognized the similarities, which unsettled some locals who had actually crossed paths with Spilotro. In fact, some theaters in Chicago and Vegas reportedly warned audiences before screenings that the movie's characters were inspired by real people. Pesci's terrifying performance was so convincing that it blurred the line between fiction and reality, making viewers feel like they were watching a documentary. The film had over 430 F-bombs. Scorsese films are known for their heavy use of profanity, but Casino took it to a new level. The movie uses the word F more than 430 times, averaging more than 2 per minute. At the time, it set a record for the most profanity in a mainstream film. Critics debated whether it was excessive or realistic, but Scorsese defended the choice, saying that mobsters really talked that way. The constant stream of curses gave the movie its gritty authenticity, even if it shocked some audiences who weren't ready for that much raw dialogue. Real casino employees appeared in the movie. To make the setting believable, Scorsese cast real casino workers and dealers as extras in many scenes. Instead of relying solely on actors, he used genuine pit bosses, blackjack dealers, and cocktail waitresses from Las Vegas casinos. This gave the movie an authentic energy that couldn't be faked. For example, the way chips were stacked, cards were dealt, and security operated came directly from real casino practices. Audiences may not have noticed consciously, but this attention to detail helped immerse viewers in the film's glamorous yet dangerous world of organized crime. The vice scene was terrifyingly realistic. One of the most brutal scenes in Casino involves Joe Pesci's character using a vice to torture a man. While the actual violence wasn't real, the setup was so convincing that even crew members found it disturbing. Scorsese shot the sequence with unflinching detail, using sound effects and Pesci's menacing performance to make audiences squirm. The weird part is that the scene was inspired by real mob punishment methods. Although toned down for the film, the vice torture added to the movie's reputation for showing the raw, shocking violence of mob justice. The film faced censorship battles. Because of its graphic violence and language, Casino faced challenges with the MPAA rating board. The infamous baseball bat scene, where Nicky meets his gruesome fate, was initially deemed too brutal for release. Scorsese had to fight to keep the sequence intact, trimming only a few seconds. He argued that the violence was crucial to showing the real consequences of mob life. Eventually, the movie secured an rating instead of the dreaded NC-17. The controversy only fueled the film's reputation as one of the most uncompromising crime dramas of the 1990s. Sharon Stone actually collapsed on set. Playing Ginger took a serious toll on Sharon Stone. The emotional intensity of her role, combined with the long shooting hours, eventually caused her to collapse during production. In one instance, she fainted while in costume and had to be rushed to a hospital. Despite the exhaustion and stress, Stone delivered a powerhouse performance that critics praised as one of the best of her career. Her dedication made Ginger not just a tragic character, but a symbol of how destructive the casino lifestyle could be.